Dulcing is picking an edible seaweed off the beach at low tide. My great-great-uncles back in the early 1900s were dulcers. And then my grandfather did too, and then my father, and then me. Come down through the generations, for sure. Got into it with my dad when I was a small child. Started going dulcing with him. Then as I got old enough, I went on my own. Still doing it for the last 46 years. Been at it a long time. Some of the older guys now who can't go, and they tell me, said, oh, go while you can, because you'll miss it. These guys are 80 years old, you know, and they miss it. They wish they could go, but I don't know. I think I can find something else to do. Yeah. Nothing has changed much. It's still picked by hand and still dried by the sun outside. They're all homemade shaking machines, just an old washing machine motor, prongs inside that turn and thrash your dulce around. It comes out the bottom. I guess that's pretty much what it does. I just kind of like working alone in the peace and quiet and doing my own thing without a bunch of people around. That's the way I prefer it. The only ones that go alone that I know of is me and my friend Donnie Ritchie. I think we're the only two that go alone. Donnie Ritchie came up with the idea of putting the bicycle wheel on the other end. I love dulse. Most Grand Bananers do too. Yeah, they love it. I know guys who have to keep some on hand during the winter months when you can't really buy any fresh dulse. They keep it in their deep freeze, and hopefully it lasts them until the next season starts up again. You can't feed a Grand Bananer bad dulse. They won't accept it. It's got to be good, fresh dulse, or they won't have anything to do with it.
Backdrop for a rare kind of harvest.
You see that nice honey-colored right up through here?
The crop here is seaweed, and for nearly 2 decades now, Ron Hinkle has made a living carefully pruning the plants in these waters.
It's kind of like, you could think of it kind of like a garden. Is the more I cut it and keep it cleaned and nipped up, the better the seaweed is every year. You know, it's better and better.
It comes and goes by names like digitata, laver, dulse, and bladderwrack. As many as 8 types of seaweed are native to this stretch of the Atlantic coast.
Last year we harvested 100,000 pounds of this stuff to get 10,000 dried pounds at the end.
This is farm fresh, local, fully sustainable. It takes nothing besides air, seawater, and some bubbles, and that's it. Anyone else who grows seaweed in the state does so in conjunction with something like abalone or something else. So we're the only seaweed-only farm. And then on the West Coast, there's only one more in Oregon, and that's it. So it's a small market. Dulse is a $500 million market, but so this is considered to be the next superfood. It's got more protein than kale, 0 fat, 0 carbohydrates, and very high in iodine, very high in iron. And the big push right now is because of those constituents. When you fry it, it actually tastes like bacon. What happens is as you fry it, the salt comes to the surface, so you get that really strong, salty taste you get with a bite of bacon, and then it kind of tapers off to like a roasted seaweed flavor, and so it's a real big push with vegetarian and vegan consumers right now. But for everyone else as well, it's a very interesting flavor, and most people are used to slimy, weird-looking